Hey there, future masters of your own finances, let's talk economics. Don't worry, this isn't some boring lecture about dudes in suits arguing about numbers. Think of economics like a video game. The goal? To level up your life. You need resources, strategies, and maybe even cheat codes. Just kidding, mostly. We'll be your guides through this wild world of supply, demand, and everything in between. Buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get economically enlightening. Ever wonder why countries trade with each other? Seems weird, right? Well, here's the lowdown on comparative advantage.
Imagine you're the fastest pizza maker on the planet. You could also mow a lawn quickly, but while you're landscaping, you're not making pizzas. And your neighbor makes a mean lawn, but a sad pizza. By focusing on what you're best at, pizza, and trading for your neighbor's lawn mowing skills, you both come out ahead. That, my friends, is comparative advantage in action.
Let's talk energy, not the kind from candy, but what powers our lives.
There's the old school stuff, fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. These are non-renewable, meaning once they're gone, they're gone. Then there's the cool kids renewables like solar, wind, and hydro. These are like the magical pizza that never runs out. Non-renewables are cheap and plentiful for now, but they pollute like crazy. Renewables are clean but can be expensive and unreliable. The future, probably a mix of both. But hey, maybe one of you geniuses will invent a pizza-powered car and solve all our problems.
Imagine trying to bake a cake without checking the recipe. You'd probably end up with a disaster, right? That's where economic indicators come in. These are like the thermometer and measuring cups of the economy, giving us the temperature and ingredients list of how well or badly things are going. We're talking about things like GDP, the total value of goods and services produced in a country. Think of it like the cake's weight. The bigger, the better usually. Inflation, how much prices are rising. Like when your favorite bag of chips suddenly costs twice as much. Unemployment, the percentage of people who want jobs but can't find them. By keeping an eye on these indicators, governments can try to keep the economy stable and prevent it from crashing and burning like a cake left in the oven too long.
Section 5 GDP, the Big Mac Index of Economies.
Remember GDP from our economic indicators chat? Time for a closer look.
GDP, or Gross Domestic Product, is basically the total value of all the cool stuff a country produces in a year. Think smartphones, sneakers, even haircuts.
It's like adding up the price of everything you'd find in a giant shopping mall, but for an entire country. The higher the GDP, the more the country is producing, and usually the better off its people are. Section 6, Imports and Exports, the Global Bazaar. Ever noticed how your clothes are made in different countries? Or how your phone has parts from all over the world? That's because of imports and exports.
Exports are goods a country sells to other countries. Think American movies, German cars. Imports are goods a country buys from other countries, like that fancy Italian coffee your parents love.
Section 7, Trade Alliances, the BFF Pact of Nations. Remember how in elementary school everyone wanted to be in the cool kids club? In economics, those clubs are called trade alliances.
They're like friendship bracelets for countries, except instead of colorful threads, they're bound by trade agreements. Essentially, countries in a trade alliance agree to make it easier and cheaper to trade with each other.
Section 8, Supply and Demand, the Beyoncé ticket frenzy. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite economic duo, supply and demand. Think about it like this. You're Beyoncé, you announce a concert, but there are only a limited number of tickets.
Naturally, everyone and their grandma wants to see you slay the stage. That's high demand. But because there are only a few tickets, low supply, those tickets are going to be crazy expensive, right? That's supply and demand in action. When demand is high and supply is low, prices go up. Conversely, if you were, say, a Nickelback cover band playing a Tuesday night show in a blizzard, you probably wouldn't have as much demand.
Section 9, Econ 101. Graduated with honors, hopefully. So there you have it, a crash course in economics 101.
We've covered everything from the magic of comparative advantage to the thrilling roller coaster of supply and demand.
You've learned about renewable energy, economic indicators, and why countries trade with each other.
Remember, economics isn't just about numbers and graphs. It's about understanding how the world works, how to make smart choices with your money. Now go forth and conquer the world, you economically enlightened superstars.